Hello, Bible readers. It is Thursday, May 20th. We're reading from Ezekiel, chapters 17 through 19, and Revelation 13 to 14. Revelation 13, ideologies oftentimes cloak their real goals. That is a truth we know in our own time, and one that's been true for a very long time. An ideology might talk about this value or that project, but it's just window dressing. The beast is an incarnation of evil. Everyone admires its strength and military power. Everyone loves that it's just trying to be helpful and what it's trying to do. The people feel pressure to conform. The beast has some lamb-like characteristics. And so that's helpful to make us feel better about worshiping this beast. So the people are all deceived. John's vision is to unmask those forces that are only out for power. The point of the way that the beast is talked about is to say that evil is seductive. You know, if everything was clearly labeled good and evil, that'd be a much easier choice. But when evil looks and feels right, that's what we mean by saying evil is seductive. In Revelation 14, we've got a stark contrast to the vision in 13. The beast marked its worshipers. Here, the 144,000 have God's name on their foreheads. The angels cry, and there are three: worship God, Babylon will fall, and beast worshipers are in big trouble. And so what they're really calling upon the saints to do is to endure. Saints endure is their call. John's vision offers hope to those who are standing firm, which can feel antisocial oftentimes because everyone else is conforming to the worship of the beast. Compromise with beast worshipers is beast worship. The details and the specifics of Revelation, as I'm trying to go through chapter 13 and 14, they're hard to dwell in. The whole picture of Revelation is still the only way I know how to grasp any of it so far. So this has been a challenging book to try to do this for, because I'd rather talk about the whole book of Revelation, leaving details kind of to themselves, because it's hard to know what this or that detail means without seeing the whole picture. So that's what I'm working on. Ezekiel, a riddle and a parable must be given. Layers of meaning unfold rather than a clear directive or commandment. So it's meant to be enigmatic so that it can teach more deeply, which I think is an interesting way. It's kind of like when they ask Jesus, why do you teach in parables? Well, there's more meaning in something like a parable than me just saying, this is true, this is false. And so you have to wrestle with, what might this mean and how does it mean that to me? At root, Judah's political misfortunes can only be understood when we recognize that behind Babylonian imperialism stands God. You know, if you think Babylon stands for anything else, Ezekiel is saying, you're wrong. God is judging Judah's kings according to their faithfulness. Period. That's what's happening. God has a lot to do with historical moments. God is working in the world. That's what Ezekiel is claiming. And then chapter 18, my commentary called this a masterpiece of rational argument. You can't say, oh, what's the use, as though this life is just full of randomness. No. There's a reason, and it is God. God is judging, which backs up what we saw in 17 and so many other chapters in Ezekiel. And finally, chapter 19, Ezekiel is commanded to perform a dirge about Israel's princes. What joy is the life of a prophet? Do a dirge, and do it about the people in charge. I am one with my God. My God is with us, all of us, at all times and in all places.